$100,000 from $1,000 sounds like a scam. I get it. I would have said the same thing 3 years ago, but here's what changed my mind. I watched someone in our community do it, documented step by step, $1,000 starting point to $100,000 in 24 months. And when I asked him what the secret was, he didn't say some crazy options play or some stock tip. He said compounding, and one setup he ran every single week, every single day without changing anything. That's the whole video. I'm going to show you exactly what he did and exactly how you can copy it. You started with $1,000, not $10,000, not $50,000, $1,000. And your goal was to turn it into $100,000. That's 100x. Most people will hear that and close this video. Honestly, I don't blame you, but stick with me here because someone in our community did exactly that. $1,000 to $100,000 in a matter of 24 months. It was documented. And when I asked him what he did differently, he basically said, I just did what you said to do. Now, here was the funny part about it. When he came in hot. He basically told me, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's not working. And I was like, well, what exactly are you doing? And we were looking at it, and he finally settled down and he started practicing. And I kind of didn't hear from him for like 6 weeks. And then all of a sudden he came back and it was a totally different attitude. And he was like, you know what, Mo? I started doing what you were telling me to do and just following the trend and following the volume. And he's like, look at my account. I'm like, oh, dang, you actually made a lot of money in that 6-week period where you kind of went away. Then over the next several months, he would just he was participating in every live stream. And you're like, okay, here's a trade I just made. Here's the trade I just made. People started asking him questions and saying, what exactly are you doing here that you're making all this money? And he kind of became a staple 3-4 years ago. It was actually incredible to watch. Now, he had a goal to stop working and do this full time. He ended up going part-time, sticking with what he was doing. He was staying home from work. He had a lot more time on his computer, but it was actually incredible to see somebody amass that amount of money that quickly just from following us. Now, he was on his computer all of the time. Not something you need to do. Probably if you want to make that much money, you do need to do that. But it goes back to the principle. Stick with what I'm teaching you. It works. It's not going to happen fast in every case, but it's going to work. So let's come over to a 15-minute chart. What he was doing is he was trading high beta stocks. So I pulled up the example of SQQQ. Let's talk about beta real quick. Let's go to Yahoo Finance. This is the ProShares short of the NASDAQ. So if we come down here and we look and we see what the beta is. Beta tells you how this ticker symbol moves relative to the stock market. So remember this, 3.2, negative 3.2 because it's short. 3.2, if we come here and we type in SPY, this is the S&P 500, the beta is 1. Let me try to get that circle around it. The beta is 1 because this is the benchmark. So if we go and we look at something like an AT&T, for example, AT&T has a beta of 0.4. So if the market moves 1, AT&T moves 0.4. It doesn't move very much. It's very slow. This is not an ideal stock to day trade. I will often get people coming to me and saying, I'm not making any money. What you're saying does not work. And my first question every time, what stock are you trading? What stocks are you trading? And they'll say, I'm trading AT&T, Coca-Cola. And I'm like, well, there's your problem. You can't get stocks to move. If we go over to a chart and we look at this chart, just kind of take a mental picture of this chart. And then we come over to something like AT&T. You don't have a lot of movement. It just doesn't move very much. I mean, you're maybe moving a couple of cents per day, but it's not a ton. Whereas if you come to something like SQQQ, which has a beta of 3.2, it moves 3 times the market. So if the S&P moves, let's say 100 points, theoretically this is going to move 320 points. That's a lot, and that's where this can become so profitable. Now, I want to also put in this caveat. If you're new, if you've never day traded before, do not trade high beta stocks because as big of a reward as they can be a hurt. Back when I was day trading full time, this was back 2013, 14, 15, 16, I traded LABU. This is a 3-time levered biotech ETF, and it moves a lot. And LABU is when that biotech bull is going up, you're buying it. There's an inverse of it, LABD, same thing on the opposite end. But it was, it's a high beta. So if we come over here, LABU has a beta of 3.2, just like SQQQ. It's a great stock to trade. So let's zoom into the chart. So if we just come here, and I'm cherry picking this one, this is every day. Every day there's movement on these 3-time levered ETFs. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen right at the beginning of the day or right at the end of the day. Could be in the middle of the day. But every day you're going to get movement. So if we come here and we look at this is June 9th. You got movement in the afternoon. And I'm going to take you over to LABD right after this. So you got movement in the afternoon. You got a big move down, now you got to move up. Now this one you can only trade going long. So we're looking for, it all goes back to trend and volume and candlesticks. So if we're looking at trend, we want our trend to be in the sweet spot. And remember, on a 15-minute chart, our trend needs to be in the sweet spot over 80%. This is our 80% line right here. This is our 20% line on the bottom. So when we're going short, this is our sweet spot down here. When we're going long, this is our sweet spot up here. What's this area in the middle? This is no man's land. We do not want to trade in no man's land. No man's land does not give us the highest probability to make money. And remember, that's what trading is all about. We want to give ourselves the highest probability to make money. Now I'm going to tell you what this person did. What he would do was very interesting. He would get into a trade. Okay, let's say the trend breaks above 80%. Great. Volume is starting to come in. Great. He gets into the stock. Let's just say he entered right here. Anytime he started to see, let's say he stayed in this, next candle comes up. This is our 15-minute candle. This is the next 15-minute candle. So this right here was, for perspective, this was 1:15 in the afternoon. This is 1:30 in the afternoon. So trend good, volume good, engulfing candle good. You see this little wick up here? Let's try to zoom in on here. The second he started to see pullbacks like that, exited the trade. And it's not something that I taught per se, but it was incredible to see that he kind of took what I was saying and he's like, Mo, I noticed that anytime I started to see little pullbacks, I would just exit the trade. I'm like, okay, well, after you exited the trade, did you just move on? He's like, no, I would just keep watching that stock. If I thought that, because look here, what I would generally teach, you break into the sweet spot, you get good volume. As soon as this starts to kind of turn down like this, that's when I would say exit the trade. And he said, I think I was giving back too many profits. So I would exit the trade and then I would keep watching it. And as soon as he wouldn't do anything here, as soon as he got in another engulfing candlestick, he would enter the trade. And then he would run it again. So he was not afraid to enter, exit, enter, exit, enter, exit. These day trades. Whereas some people, once they exit the trade, they just move on. He would say, no, I have my 2 or 3 stocks that I pay attention to, and I just entered, exited all day. I wouldn't let my profits be taken away from me. As soon as I started seeing a pullback, I would exit it. Could be 30 seconds later, he was getting back into that trade. I found that to be very interesting. I had not heard anybody around me do that before, but clearly it was proven to work. And now we have a lot of people in the community that are trading that way, that are doing very well. Honestly, I wish that I had known about this when I didn't really think about it this way, but this was kind of a new way for me to look at this and say, oh, this is very interesting. Don't be afraid to get in and out of trade. So now when I talk in live streams, we go live 4 times a week to our private community, and a lot of it is talking about day trading because you're there and it's action-packed. I always say to people, don't be afraid to exit something and then get back in. There's really no disadvantage of doing that. There's no trade fees anymore. Now, back when I started trading, fees were expensive. At one point, they were $10 per trade. So I would have to, and this was when I started. I know there were a lot more before I started trading, but they were $10 per trade. So anytime you would enter and exit, it was $10. So if you're in one trade in this time period right here, you could be spending $40, $50 just entering and exiting trade. So maybe that's why I was kind of turned away from it early on. But now when there's no fees, get in and get out. Get in and get out as many times as you want to. Now I want to take you to what happened over here. And this is one of the reasons that I love these 3-time levered ETFs. So LABD. LABD is the inverse to LABU. So when you have LABD going up, you have LABU going down and vice versa. So let's go to that June 9th right here. And you can see this is the exact opposite. This is where we made that trade going long on the other chart. And in this time frame, you were able to execute. So he would have been entering somewhere in here. I don't know if he made these trades, but he would have been entering somewhere in here in the sweet spot, getting engulfing candles, waiting for some volume to come in. Could have entered here, could have entered, but as soon as you get these pullbacks, he's exiting the trade. Certainly he's exiting the trade right here. He's the one who actually taught me to have this red and yellow line up here, because in real time, you can probably see this red line kind of starting to turn down and then it turns back up. And in real time, it looks a little different. Let's scroll over here and see what is happening right now with LABD. Perfect example. Let's say you're in this trade. You see how this red line is starting to turn down? He would not be in this right now because it's starting to turn down. Now, granted, you have selling volume coming in, but he probably wouldn't be in this trade, period. But my point is, you see how that yellow line kind of gives you the relative trajectory of what the red line is doing? That's kind of the beauty of it. You can see which is it starting to turn down. Doesn't mean it's permanently turning down, but it's starting to turn down. And that kind of gives you that early foreshadowing of what's going to happen. Now let's go to the emotional side of this. Why people never get there. They treat $1,000 like it's not enough. So they gamble it. They try to say, okay, if I have 1,000, I can quickly turn it to 2,000, turn 2,000 to 4,000, and I'm just going to gamble it. And when I get to 10,000, then I'm going to start to be serious. So they start chasing things. They start trying to overtrade. They try to make things happen. That is a trap. You should treat your $1,000 that you have as if it's $100,000, as if it's $1 million. The discipline should be exactly the same. The process should be exactly the same. The only thing that changes is the dollar amount as it goes up, as it goes down on a daily basis. You should be looking at this as percentage gain and not looking at it saying, okay, I have $1,000, therefore I'm going to be a little more risky. Now that I have 100,000, I'm not going to be as risky. It should be the same. The process should be exactly the same. The compounding is what is so special in this. It's relatively boring because, I mean, you see your account go from $1,000 to $1,040 to $1,100, and you're like, okay, that's kind of cool. Now it goes to $2,000. I've doubled my money. Maybe you're building some confidence getting in there. Now let's look at some numbers here. If you grow your account 10% per month, not a day, a month, $1,000 becomes $3,138 in 12 months. That's pretty good. Stay disciplined for another 12 months. You're almost at 10 grand. And if you just keep doing this over and over, the math just catches up. Eventually, you're going to look at your screen and go, damn, I have $100,000. I have $150,000. I'm not saying that every person out there has the time or the dedication to turn $1,000 to 100,000. I've seen it one time. That's it. I mean, I've seen it when people just go and YOLO a bunch of money in and come out with $100,000. Great. But somebody that actually sticks to a process that works, unbelievable. But it also takes sitting on your computer for probably 9 hours a day. I understand that not a lot of people have that. You don't need to make $1,000 turn into $100,000. That's not the point here. But if you go back and look at those numbers of where you can take $1,000, that's a great thing. And listen, I'm not saying come join the community, copy my trades, you're gonna turn your money into this. No, I want you to come in and I want you to copy the process. That's the whole point behind this. Come in and copy my understanding of trend. Come in and copy my understanding of volume. Copy the candlesticks, the buy signals that happen, the sell signals that happen. Copy these things and go and do it on your own. That's the goal behind this. My goal here is to teach you a skill that you can use for the rest of your life. And I want you to realize kind of the core of this video when you strip it all back. We're not using 10, 15 indicators here. You're not watching 40 stocks. I've showed you 4 stocks, each inverse of each other. So I've really shown you 2 stocks. I've showed you SQQQ relative to TQQQ. I've showed you LABU relative to LABD. Pick one setup, pick your trend, pick your volume, pick 1 or 2 stocks, and roll with it. That is going to be an absolute game changer for you. I didn't necessarily build my account from day trading. Was there a long stint in this 22-year period where I was day trading? Absolutely there was. But it all came back to long-term swing trading and day trading based on volume and trend. That's all that you need to know. It's the same way that this person turned that $1,000 into 100,000. It came from volume, trend, understanding entry and exit points. He and I both got very good at executing this one specific setup. And let's take this back to the $1,000 thing. This is actually an advantage that a lot of people don't talk about. When you only have $1,000, and this is back when I was 14 years old, I started with $500. I started paper trading And I went to my dad and I was like, hey, can I have some money to do this? He saw my paper trading account and he's like, sure. And he gave me $500. I went back and asked for another $500 and he said, no, go get a job. So I went to work at a golf course. But the advantage I had back then was that you can't really afford to be reckless with $1,000. It can go away pretty fast. You have to be selective. You have to wait for the right setup. You don't have room to absorb a bad trade or chase something crazy. So the patience is forced upon you by having that small account. That is the advantage that a lot of people don't talk about and that a lot of young traders have and don't think about. It's the exact habit that makes people successful when their account is bigger, because the smaller account teaches you how to be conservative about things. It's a very important thing to realize when you have that $1,000. Don't go gambling. So with that being said, the goal is not to have one big trade. It's not to hit a grand slam and go win the ball game. The goal is not losing. It's stacking the small wins, letting the math. Now, some of you may be looking at this, going back to the stocks I was picking, and go, what the hell is TQQQ, SQQQ, LABU? Those are not SpaceX. Those are not NVIDIA. No, I stay away from those. I trade what I know. Every single stock has an ETF, has its own behavior. You know what's going to happen next. There was a stock back in the day. Ticker symbol was SUNE. The ticker symbol is different today. I think it's still out there, but it's not the same company. Every single day between 9:30 and 9:36, I knew what that stock was going to do, and I capitalized big time. Now, that was one of the very, 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 very few times I've ever traded before 10:06 in the morning. Maybe you've heard me say it in other videos. But I knew what this stock was going to do in the first 6 minutes of the day, and I took advantage of it every day. Eventually, the company went out of business, and that was too bad. But the point in me telling you this is every stock has its own behavior. You know what it's going to do. It's like your kid. You know what they're going to do next. Whether it's something smart or dumb, you know what's going to happen. It's the same thing with stocks. Now, there's another little cheat code here. When I had $1,000, I wish I had this. I wish I had somebody to bounce these ideas off of. I wish I had a community. I kind of just had to figure it out on my own. It was kind of a lonely road. Trading can be a very lonely road. Nobody's telling me when to slow down, what about these emotions? I wish I knew how to control my emotions better in the beginning. Inside of our trading community right now, in our Patreon, we have people that are at every stage. We have people with $1,000 accounts, with $10,000 accounts, with $100,000 accounts, and they're sharing these ideas in real time. That's the cheat code that didn't exist before. In our Patreon community, we go live 4 times a week just to our members, and we're live trading. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time every day, Monday through Thursday. And we are talking about stocks, setups, questions that you have coming from the Trading 101 series, questions that you have coming from the checklist that you can find in the link in the description below. It is a fantastic place to be because everybody has the same goals. Everybody wants to become a good trader. And whether their goal is to do this full time or to do this as a hobby or just to have some extra money on the side, whatever it may be, everybody is looking for the same thing. We're looking for volume, trend, engulfing candlesticks, and consistent patterns that are going to make us profitable. Now, I want to bring this back to the guy who turned the $1,000 into $100,000. His goal was not to do that. He just wanted to be a good trader. And at the end of the year, he came to me and he was like, look how much money I made. And I was like, whoa, how in the world did you pull that off? And he said, I just consistently traded every day and every month. And it was small, it was disciplined, and all of a sudden, this is what happened. Now, I completely understand what you're saying right now. The number feels unreal. It just doesn't seem possible. It is possible. It depends on the type of dedication you want to put to it. It depends on, do you want to follow those rules? Do you not want to follow those rules? That is the secret to all of this. Now, $1,000. It's enough. It's always been enough. The people who blow it up don't blow it up because of the amount. They blow it up because they treat it like a lottery ticket instead of a business. If you follow the one setup in this video that I just showed you, following that trend, making sure the volume's there, entering on the right candlestick, having that one strategy, being disciplined about your position sizing, compounding without getting greedy, $100,000 is not a fantasy. The math is right there. The only question is whether you have the patience to let it work. So this video was all about day trading and how to get to the promised land. This video right here is another example of how day trades work. Go watch it, and I'll see you in the Patreon.